All right. Now, for this one, if people are trying to steal you, like trying to get in first, and I know copyright, I know all the rich schemes, richos, how they steal everyone's shit right behind their back. That's why these rich people have made these schemes and this copyright in certain ways, right? And I understand copyright and I understand being fair and rules and that. But their rules aren't fair. And if they can get in first before you, they hear you down the street, say an idea or a name or something, these idiots straight away can hear it through your phone or whatever now, or through someone else, and someone else rings someone else who's got the money already, and they quickly run off and go get things patented and copyrighted. It's quick fucking smart, so that way the best always become the best, you get it? We all know this. It's why us little people want to change shit and get sick of it. So how do you do that? You don't give out everything. So if someone wanted to copy you, right, like trying to copy me, I'll give out a little bit here on that sector, a little bit here over here in this sector, a little bit over there. In fact, enough maybe to get them to fill in some gaps in their way, I guess they might try, and they'll be different, I guess. But it's all about the timing. That's why you video everything and stuff like that. And then you go slow, because they shouldn't go as slow as you then either when it comes to people doing the similar thing and shit. You make things more to then if they do all too much the same as you when you're doing things completely different and they're trying to do it, and yet you're raving on that you could have already done it. I would have already done my shit ages ago. I'm like 2 years behind. But if I all of a sudden had money, I'd already have a nice place built, church, how it's done, my book probably got written, I would have had a great holiday. Instead, I've been here, right? Trying to still get out. That's why I try to get some lotto. After halfway through it, I'm like, got to try and get some lotto. You know, if I can just get the money up, I can go flying into this stuff. And no one able to stop me, because I can go flying into the patent straight away and all that kind of thing. Instead of talking about it, talking to everyone, trying to get a connection who's someone who can help me or wants to help me in the ways I do things and can see. I'm trying to get enough out so they say, oh yeah, he's worth investing, he's worth helping out, he's worth joining. You get it? But I got to a point, after a while, the more I've been trying over the last 2 years, the worse I go, man, everyone out there just wants to take. All you hear about is take. Is that true? No wonder it's harder for everyone to start off, definitely if you are poor. Yourself, you got to go super slow, don't you? That's why I'm about to get off. If I got off, they haven't got a quarter of all the spirituality and things I haven't said yet. I've got a long way to go. You know? But first, we got to stand at a spot. You've got to make it look good, as they say. Trying to do my best, trying to get everywhere as I can, as you know, living off fuck all money that most people live off besides being a bum, right? As I'm on welfare benefits, right? And the only one I know is only on welfare benefits, and they're trying to get through. So I don't get much help, do I? People I know with jobs, they're just too busy. I'm seeing them a couple of times a year every now. How you going? Oh, yeah, see you later. Too busy, can't help you. Can't help you use money. We've got their own bills to pay out and stuff. You know, a lot of people you hear got all this money, they got more shit to pay. No, most people out there. Right? And they're so busy working, they don't know who you are. Right? They don't know what you're really trying to do. You try to tell someone in a short period of time, in little bits and bits, right, about what you're trying to do. That's why I'm putting all these things up on YouTube, so that eventually your family, they know about my channel, they've looked at it for a second, they do this and they do that, right? But it's up to them one day if they ever want to go back and look at it. Even Emma hasn't even seen most of my stuff. She's only probably seen a quarter of it, because she's doing her thing. Right? One day, she might get sick or bored, and you'll have days and days worth of shit to watch, because that's how much crap I've got. You try to start watching. It'll take a while, like watching season shows, isn't it? But anyway, that's for the top one there, right? That means, I still don't know nothing? Huh? I guess I don't. Why isn't he, even though people aren't even commenting me in that, because there's a lot of things I want to figure out. But it all makes sense when, if people are trying to take you, they won't recognise you, will they? Right? That's how I know certain tarot group that I don't get along with, and that they mention a lot of things that I've been mentioning over the time and straight away, and they can even look into your future and maybe even they'll distill that if you're a friend of theirs. So you got to watch out for certain people apparently and what they claim and what they're able to do or listen in, because we talk about things before we go talk about other things, right? You usually get an idea and you talk with your loved ones, friends, and then you go, oh, I'm going to go make a post. You don't just go make a post. Occasionally you might, right? But if you have these people that are listening in, right, they're going to quickly, within the day beforehand, before you did your thing, or hours, because you're still doing other things, right? They quickly do whatever you're about to do, right? And they steal it. And they go, oh, I'm just in. And if you ever find things really close to each other, have a really good investigation on things like that, because one could be ripping off the other. True? When it comes to things like that, definitely was new and big and worth a lot of money and stuff, right? If you look back in stories, people have done that, like when it comes to Facebook and McDonald's and stuff like that. People think they can steal it because they think they can do better and all that. And they have no heart. They just think they can just do it. Even though they don't come to you. Like, I find if you want to do an idea someone can't do, you go to them and you go, oh yeah, I like that. Oh, can I do it? Or do you want to do it? You want to get help? An idea? Look, I'll do it. And because of that idea, I'll give you 1% of what I'm going to earn later on. You can make a million different deals instead of just taking things from people. No? You can talk to them and go, look, that's one little thing. You've just sparked me an idea of all this and this and that. I'm just going to tell you now because I've got the spark. I'm not going to get all these ideas and this and that and then find out that I'm taking your one little thing and it's just your one little thing and stuff like that. But anyhow, that's why you go slow. Do things slow, put out things a bit different. Try to explain it across. Ask what you think people's opinion of it. Like when I put out my logos, I'm like, what do you know what this is? You know, what's this? And that'll also find out if anyone is previously done it too, right? I wasn't quite sure. There's so many logos out there, right? But if anyone tries to put out a logo or get a logo done since I've talked about it at least, and I talk about it a little bit earlier, so that within days or a week of my idea, you could go to court over that because you'd want to find out how they found out and what do they know and what do they see that logo and why do they do it and so on, no? That's why I wasn't too worried about putting up things, because as far as I'm concerned, and I'm doing God's kind of thing, and I look up to God, and I admire Him, so I do what He would think, right? And how would you get people? How would you get bullies? You get them, if they're around, I'll sort them out. But if they're out there and hurting others, how do you wind them in a little bit too? I see it, because after a little bit, I'm like, well, what is this happening to me? But I'm like, but if it works out in the end, I understand this type of plan of God, because we'll flush out this person and that thing and this bad thing and that bad thing. Definitely if you stick to the true rules. That's why I read this part. Good luck in the end of all that. And you can be a non-God believer or whatever. You'll come to your judgment in the afterlife, like everyone thinks. You can be a non-believer if you're not brought up in anything until you find your own way. It's all about finding yourself in your own way and how you want to perceive the world. And you can perceive it as any way you want. But there definitely would be an afterlife. If the life creates, there's more likely a dormant place to go from. It all makes sense. We're into science. We haven't worked out things yet. And that's why I believe in a higher being. I've had people who used to come knock on the door all the time and go, well, do you believe in a higher being? Well, I know there's a higher being, but I know I don't have to worship anything higher than me unless it forces me to, and that's what worship is usually, when you're forced. Or if I know it and I love it, well, I'll be nice to it. I'll worship it, right? So there's nothing else to say when it comes to, well, who do you worship? Who do you look up? Who do you know? Well, we know as much as knowledge as we know. That's why they go door knocking, to find out if people know the Bible. Because if you don't know the Bible, well, you should know some wisdom that's in the Bible. It's not to say that you follow the Bible or any other Christian ways, It's just that there's wisdom in it. We like to let you know, and you can make your opinion at the end if any of that wisdom might help you, or you want to do a different way of living like this wisdom and try this way of living in this life, or there might be some things in there that you can change yourself, and we might even get something from it. Who knows, right? But that's what preaching's meant to be about as you go door knocking or see people in the street. Anyway, I've blabbed on a bit on this one. So have a good one, everyone. And bye-bye.